What's good, family? What's good, family? Once again, it's your boy, Urban Sports Guru. Oh, man, just finished my run. What the hell I tell about NFL Week 5? We are already at Week 5. With all this COVID crazy and this team getting shut down and this happening and this happening, we at Week 5. Will we make it through the season? Let's see what happens. But I'm just blessed that we're here at Week 5. Glad to have another day. God is good, man. Let me turn on my picks for Week 5. Tennessee Titans against the Houston Texans. Houston Texans, as expected. They won me some money last week. They were my lock. But now they're going on the road to playing the Tennessee Titans, who is in my top 5 for the NFL right now. Top 5 NFL teams in the NFL. Their defense is not great, but they're not giving up a lot of points. I think they've given up only 88 points this year so far in the first 4 games. They're not giving up a lot of points. And when I look at, we already know how I feel about that great offensive line. Taylor Lewan, Roger Saffold, Jones. They've adequately replaced Jack Conklin at right tackle. They have a great O-line, and Ryan Tannehill is balling right now. He's balling. More importantly, he's not making mistakes. It just shows when you give a quarterback the things he needs to be successful. He wasn't given those things in Miami. And I just look at now he has those things, he's having the success. I came into the season thinking he'll be successful. I didn't think it'd be better than Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers is a borderline Hall of Fame, man. He's taking up the joint. He's kind of holding the Colts back. Colts is still a good team, but he's holding the Colts back. He started to chill with the turnovers. I'll get to that. Then they'll win. But I'm going to take Tennessee in that game, even though I think I just wish Deshaun Watson had everything that Ryan Tannehill has now. I'm just saying. Bengals at the Colts. I am going to take the Colts. If Phillip Rivers did not turn the ball over, not only will the Colts win, they'll cover that 7.5 without a problem. It's all about his turnovers. Now the Bengals nearly got shut out last week, and now you're going on the road to play against a very stout Colt defense who's pissed off about what happened last week. Oh yeah, I like the Colts very much. Colts just might be my lock for the week. Follow me on Instagram. I'll tell y'all tomorrow who's my lock. Then we got Atlanta and Minnesota, 2 teams that had very high expectations. I know I had high expectations in them. The season is not over yet, but very high expectations. Atlanta has fired their coach, and I've already told y'all, this continues. I think Mike Zimmer, at the end of the year, he might be another casualty. So it's basically a loser bowl between very, very talented teams. I'm going to give the edge to Minnesota. Why? Dalvin Cook. Giving the edge to them because of Dalvin Cook. The problem is Minnesota's secondary, i.e. their corner, is very young, and they got to go against Ridley, and Julio may be playing. We'll know. I think there's a game-time decision. So maybe a lot of points scored in this game, but I'm still taking Minnesota. Denver and the Patriots may get postponed. I don't know what's happening there. But we got Washington against my New York Football Giants. And you know what? This is not me being a homer, because right now, who's going to be the starting quarterback for the Washington football team? I think it'll be Alex Smith. I think it'll be smart for them to have Alex Smith, have a veteran. I'm very proud of Alex Smith. The fact that he's made this comeback, something is sometimes life is crazy. Alex Smith, on the day that Alex Smith comes back from such a horrific injury, Dak Prescott has a horrific injury. I don't miss things like that. Life is funny that way. Quiet as kept. The Giants have a top 10 defense right now in yards. Look it up. Giants are the 8th ranked defense as far as yardage, total yards per game. Redskins have a hard time moving the football, having a hard time scoring, having a hard time protecting the quarterback. One thing they've done, the Giant defense is showing a propensity to get after the quarterback. They're also a top 10 defense as far as defending the run. When you invest that much capital in your front line, guess what? You better be able to stop the run. And the Giants have Donald Tomlinson, Dexter Lawrence. They're very stout against the run, especially up the A-gap. I think the Giants have the opportunity. They've been playing really tough these last few weeks. I think they have the opportunity to get their first win. I like the Giants particularly because of the way they are able to operate in their passing game. The offensive line is getting slightly better these last couple of weeks, and in that getting slightly better, Giants been able to get after the quarterback. Redskins having a problem protecting their quarterback. So what Aaron Donald did to them last week. Enough said. But then you take in the fact, yes, they're going against a great front line in the Redskins with Chase Young and company. Great front line, but they have a horrible secondary. I think Daniel Jones is going to make some plays against them. I like the Giants. Ravens at the Eagles. Now, I told y'all at the beginning of the season, teams are going to catch up to that Ravens offense. I told y'all that. That is a college offense that's getting played in the NFL. Lamar Jackson last year did some video game shit, but teams are catching up to that. One of the reasons, one of the faults behind it is he hasn't really evolved as a thrower. I think, if anything, they should run more. Run more. Now, it may not help him this week against, Fletcher Cox and that Eagles front line, but I think they'll make less mistakes than what the Eagles will make in Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz has shown the propensity to make a great play, but then the propensity to make a huge mistake. And that's why I take the Ravens. Then you got Browns and Steelers. This is a great football game. This, to me, is where the Browns are going to show me. They're going to show me how for real they are. Because the one thing the Pittsburgh Steelers do, I think they're second in the NFL. Or giving up only, 80 or maybe 60 yards a game on the ground. They're very stout against the run. Very, very stout. But Cleveland has shown we don't give a fuck who you are. We're going to run the football anyway. And they got the old line to do it. There's certain teams that just have that kind of offensive line where we don't give a fuck who you are. We're going to run it. We're going to run it again. We're going to keep running it. There's nothing you can do about it. And right now, Cleveland Browns are turning into that football team. If they could go into Pittsburgh and pound them on the ground, that's how they're going to have to win. Not with Baker Mayfield throwing it for 30, 40, 50 times. No. They're going to win with pounding the run, play action, getting big plays with Odell. That's how they're going to win. If they can do that, then the Cleveland Browns, I think the Cleveland Browns are a playoff team as is, but if they can do that, they're showing that they can not just be a playoff team, they can make some serious noise in the playoffs. But I need to see it. Ben is not looking like Big Ben, but he's playing against a defense that, if you double team Myles Garrett, the rest of the defense has performed pretty average. Myles Garrett is right there with the Khalil Macks and Aaron Donalds as far as being the guy. Those dogs on defense in the NFL. He's right there. But the rest of his defense is not. So Ben is going to have a much easier go of it than Baker is going to have. So I'm taking the Steelers. Then you have the Bears at Panthers. The Panthers are a damn good football team. I knew they would be a good football team. I just figured that the other teams in their division would be better. Nobody knew the Falcons would be this bad. But Bears, I'm not completely shocked. I'm not completely shocked, especially now that you got Nick Foles in. I have been pissing on the Carolina Panthers all season in my individual week-to-week picks. I'm not doing it this week. I'm taking the Panthers. Now we got the Lions at the Jags. Another loser bowl. I'm going to take the Lions just for the simple fact of their offense against the Jacksonville defense. Matthew Stafford, you can't win this game. You're out of there. And we got the Jets on the road after getting rid of Le'Veon Bell at Miami, who just lit it up in fucking San Fran last week, scoring 40-something points. So that may be my lock for the week, taking the Dolphins. But like I said, hit me up on IG. I'll let y'all know tomorrow. Hit me up on IG, but I'm taking the Dolphins. I am definitely taking the Dolphins. No questions asked. I am taking the Dolphins. Then we got the Rams at the 49ers. That's another game. The 8 o'clock game that may be a lock for me. I think I may just take all three. Maybe I'm going to just take all three. But the way the Rams are playing, they have a top 5 defense. Aaron Donald is Bane in football cleats. And they're running the football enough where Jared Goff doesn't have to try to do everything. When he has to try to do everything, he's got the propensity for mistakes. And they're running the football enough where you can go play action and you can go down the field, which is what he is great at. He is a great down the field thrower. And with the way that 49ers stuck it up last week and Jimmy Garoppolo had to get benched, he's starting this week. You got to deal with Aaron Donald. Y'all heard me say this week. I'm going to keep saying, Aaron Donald, you got to deal with Aaron Donald. You couldn't deal with Miami. Now you got to deal with Aaron Donald? Fuck out of here. I'm taking the Rams. Now we got the Chiefs at Buffalo. Buffalo really disappointed me. They disappointed me because you played a Tennessee team that barely had any practice. Then you go into that game looking like you ain't had no practice. What, the third play, getting an interception off your shoulder pad, would catch the ball with your hands? The ball was on point. Like, they really stunk it up on both sides of the ball. I know they want to redeem themselves. Kansas City, especially defensively, I made a post on those are from me on IG. I said this. I think their defense is going to end up being their Achilles heel because what I'm seeing in that defense is they can't stop the run to save their life. And when a team is able to pound you on the run, you're keeping Patrick Mahomes on the sidelines. And what teams are doing defensively against them, even the Ravens, who don't really have a great defense, what teams are doing against them is basically, all right, we're going to drop 7 back, we're going to drop 8 back, and we're going to dare you to run the football. Now, they did it once, one good game with the rookie Edwards-Helaire. But now you got Le'Veon Bell running it again behind a good offensive line. Do that shit now. Drop 8. Only put 3 on the line against Le'Veon Bell and watch what happens. Now, he's not going to be able to play in this game, but moving forward, yeah, you're going to have to change that scheme up early. This game is all predicated on Josh Allen. If Josh Allen comes in sharp, you'll have a good football game. But I think it'll be a good football game. Buffalo's coming home. And Buffalo's a very, very talented football team. Very, very talented football team. But I think KC coming off a loss, they're going to want to put foot to ass, and they're going to get the win. Last but not least, we got the Cardinals at the Cowboys. Now, this feels sorry for Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott is basically putting it out there to everyone like, don't go out there on the franchise tag. And I understand where he's coming from. Don't go out there on the franchise tag. And Jerry Jones, if you don't do right by Dak Prescott, is basically, I think is going to shy other players away from fucking with you. Point blank, now I don't agree with the fact that Dak Prescott did not sign the deal that he was offered, but how long did it take for you to offer him that? In fact, you could have signed him a couple of years ago and saved money, but no, you wanted to play these little paperback games. But anyway, now you got Andy Dalton, and the offense is going to have to change for the simple fact that Andy Dalton's the red BB gun. He ain't got the arm that Dak Prescott has. He doesn't, so don't expect so much of the down-the-field stuff that you've been seeing. I expect them to see them run the football more. That's what I expect to see. And the fact that Arizona's defense has been shaky at best. Shaky. It's been very shaky. But Kyler Murray against Dallas's defense? Kyler Murray against Dallas's defense? I'm going to take Dallas at home because I think they're going to be able to run the football. There's going to be a high-scoring affair, as usual, with Dallas. But they're going to be able to run the football, and I'm going to take the Cowboys. That's my take. Hit me up. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. See me in the comments. Your boy, Sports Guru. Got to go hit that iron. I'm out. Salute.